Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the Super Hellcat. It's the Tier 7 American Premium Turreted Tank Destroyer. It's located on the east spawn of Sand River, and this one is under the command of General Anonymous of the ANF clan. And it looks like the only equipment he's got is a camera net. I think you'd be better off with a rammer, coated optics or binos, and also maybe getting rid of that camera net and putting muffled exhaust on instead. But you can see he's got 2 marks of excellence on the barrel, so he obviously plays this tank destroyer quite a bit. Oh, Barask. Tier 9 game rather, with Tier 7 tanks in it, so we're bottom tier, but that gives us massive opportunity to earn XP. He's getting closer to the edge. Be careful. You can drop off that. He's armed with a 90mm main gun, capable of doing 240 alpha, 167mm pen with standard AP, and with the APCR rounds it goes up to 210. He's opted to carry 4 rounds of APCR. One round of HE as well, which is 320 alpha and 45mm of pen. Could use that on Arty. Of course, the original Hellcat was armed with a 76mm gun, which is actually the ones that they left it with. After they tested that 90mm, they said, no, we don't need any more because, of course, we've got the Jackson. Arty busy at work, getting spots in. We can't see that Barat, but he must be somewhere up ahead of us. They built 2,507 of these during July 1943 to October 1944. It was an original design. They actually made this from scratch. Had torsion bar suspension. Fastest track tank in World War II. Oh, good shot. He got that one through. Oh, dear me. I thought for a second he was going to crunch. He managed to get that round into the 432, and he got a high roll for 255, but he nearly lost it all by crashing over the edge of the bank there. Yeah, be very careful. That bank is lethal to us. It's not so good for the enemy either, under the same circumstances. Now, when they built these, they actually only cost $57,500 each. He's fallen off. They cost a lot more than that now if you want to get one, but there's still quite a few of these around, and they are treasured items. There's almost as many Hellcats, I believe, as there are Chaffies still in service. Or still being used, rather, I should say, not in service. I believe there are some nations who actually still have these, or rather we know that Taiwan had a number of them and then took the turrets off and actually put those onto the dusters to make the Type 64, and I suspect they're still in storage somewhere. But there are some nations who've kept M41s and Chaffies, and they've kept those tanks in storage just in case. Looking at the minimap, there's a large number of enemy tanks who've actually headed north. And the question is, when are those guys going to come south? If they do come south, they're going to come through that pass. There's the setter. Can't get a shot on him just yet. Got a couple of tanks over the cap area. Oh, lovely. SU-152. Nice! Got his first kill. Okay, yes, we'll have to keep an eye on that pass. They're going to start flooding south. We do have a Scorpion, but he can't do everything by himself. We're 1 down on the enemy at the moment. And I'd be careful about moving forwards. Oh, they got the setter. I'd be careful about moving forwards because that Barask is somewhere around and we don't know where. But he must be close by. There he is! Yes, he was close by. In fact, he was in the set of bushes just behind the one in the middle. And now we've got the 703 coming down from the north. So we either aim at him or we aim at the enemy in front of us. We can't get shots on the guy at the front, in front of us at the moment, but... Ow! We got spotted. Oh, no! Oh, no. He fell off the cliff. I was worried about that, and he's done it. And now he actually lost more hit points from the fall than he did from the shell from the M6Y. That's terrible. He's almost out of the game. He's only got 120 hit points left. And he's aiming too high on those enemy tanks. You can see our Gonkavitska just went past us. Yeah, that one sailed over the top of the AAT. Well, we're 3 up on the enemy at the moment, but that could easily change. And there's the Barask. He's by the cap area. Oh, that was a good shot. He did get 195, which is a low roll, a very low roll. But that guy's now one shot. I've been very careful here about going to the left. I go to the right. Oh, he's not going to fall off again, is he? Is he going to make it 4 times he's fallen off this ledge? This vehicle does have 10 degrees gun depression, so it can actually use that on a ridgeline like this. In fact, it's one of the good things about it. It's got a good gun, good damage, good gun depression, good camo, good view range to 370 meters, and of course the fast speed, 72 kilometers an hour, which is very fast indeed. We're only 1 up on the enemy now. Can we get a shot on that guy? That sailed just in front of him. Oh, don't fall off again. I think he really needs to reconsider using this ridgeline because he just keeps falling off. I'll be having kittens bite now. If somebody else who's out of the game is watching him, they'd be having kittens every time he goes near the edge. Oh dear. Oh no! The Gonkavitska was approaching their cap and he got ambushed by the Barask. And now he's down. And another shell goes high over the AAT. He's not having a lot of luck at the moment. And that hits the dune. Oh, crumbs. And now we're 2 down on the enemy. And he almost fell over the edge again. 16 hit points is all the Barask has. 16 hit points. And now the enemy's behind us. The Object 432 has crept up behind. We get 1 nice round into him. Now, is he still there? Fire another round. No, he's pulled back. He's gone over the off the hill to the east. He's pulled down. The Scorpion's moving in. He should be able to get him. Although he's very low on hit points. He got him. Oh my god, we're down to 2 tanks. We just lost one of our other teammates. Now we're down to 2 versus 4. We're outnumbered 2-1. It's just General Anonymous and the Scorpion G against the enemy. The enemy have got 2 Arty. an AT60 and the UDIS 03. I wouldn't expect the Arty to get involved at this stage. I think they'll leave it to the tank destroyers to try and find where we are and see if they can do damage. The Scorpion is coming to the north bank. I think he's going to try and approach the enemy cap from the rear. Or is it? No, he's headed north. He's been spotted. Somebody saw him, and Arty's following him. You can see the shells landing behind him as he's traveling. There's the AAT to the south of us. He is a one-shot. 44 hit points. Yes! Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, crumbs. How many lives does he have? He must be a cat. He's got 9 lives, or at least he's used most of them up already, surviving this battle. Oh, God, we've lost the Scorpion. The UDIS got him. I didn't see that happen, but he went north. And the UDIS, there he is. Missed him with that shot. We used the gun depression to get him. The Arty's firing at us. And he managed to skim and get one into the front. He's one shot now. 99 hit points left. Okay, so we don't want to go anywhere high that he can see us and then shoot us. So I think if we get anywhere, we need to get round him by going low and staying in the riverbed. There he is! He moved! Now, can we get a shot into him? Shooting up. Yes! So that gets rid of most of the tank destroyers. Now we need to get rid of the Arty. So, look at the time. 3 minutes, 11 seconds. We haven't really got enough time to get to the enemy cap and start capping. Ideally, we want to find both the enemy Arty. And there's no guarantee that the enemy Arty will assault. If they do assault, they ought to assault together to have a better chance. They must know how many hit points we've got, 120, which means that we're a one-shot for them if they can land a shell near us. GW Panther and an M12. A 15cm howitzer and a 155mm howitzer. Well, actually, it's a 155mm gun. Okay, so he's going to try and ambush them as they approach the cap. And here comes the first one. It's the M12. Again, he's not leading the target. Shell velocity is fairly slow. Only 853 meters per second, which means you have to lead the target a little. They've actually moved a long way to get here, so they must have been moving from the moment they saw our Scorpion go down. The good news is that he didn't see our shell when we fired at him, so he must have known that we fired at him, but he didn't see where we were at all. There's the GW. Okay, lead the target. That's better, much better. Just lead it just a little, it gets the shell in. Oh, gun shield kill. And oh my god, the M12 got behind us. How did he do that? Okay, so we're in the last minute now. How did he hit the gun? He hit the gun, and unfortunately, it just got a critical hit. That one went through the side, so yes, he gets that one. That went through the actual vehicle itself. Now, we need to get the next one. We've got just coming up to 20 seconds to get a shot into him. He's gone. Where is he? Oh, we got a proximity spot. Gun shield. Yes! And he wins the game and gets the Pascucci's at the last second, as well as a Top Gun. Or did it? No, he didn't get the Top Gun. I can confirm he didn't get a Top Gun, but he did get an ace tanker. General Anonymous managed to fight against the odds and win, even after falling off that cliff so many times. I think he needed driving lessons afterwards. He got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage. Fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He actually ended up with 5, just 1 short of getting that Top Gun and 1/3 of the enemy team. Got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6, and one of those critical hits was firing and hitting the M12's main gun, the 155mm, and it just blocked the shot. And of course, the last medal he managed to get was Pascucci's medal for killing 2 enemy SPGs, and of course he killed both of them right at the end of the game to win. His win rate 5,025, which is Super Unicum standard. But yeah, I think he does really need to reconsider how he handles that cliff, because he just kept falling off it all the time. Let's have a look at the team score. Okay, didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the Barask. I said that guy, well, Barasks are dangerous. He got 3,356 hit points of damage out of that game. Second highest damage was the BZ176, who got 2,863, followed by our Scorpion G, who survived a long time, but he did eventually get taken out by the UDES. He got 2,665. General Anonymous got 2,026 hit points of damage and, of course, won the game. But he was actually beaten by, let's have a look, 3 members of the enemy team, 3 members of his own team. He was in 7th position when it came to damage. When it came to kills, though, he was top spot because he got 5 kills. 4 kills went to the UDES 03 on the enemy team, and 3 kills went to the Barask and the Scorpion G on our own team. And when it came to base XP, he got that one too. So he's got the top there with 1,266, the only player to get over 1,000 base, and the next highest being the BZ176 with 986, followed by the Scorpion G with 919. He fired 23 rounds in that game. You only get 30 rounds of ammunition, so he had 7 left at the end, but he got 13 direct hits and 11 penetrations. 2,026 hit points of damage, of which 1,050 were at more than 300 meters. Did receive 1 hit. It was a penetration. It was a big hit, actually, unfortunately, as well. And it was at the moment that we actually went over the edge of the cliff. It almost finished us off. 3 enemy vehicles spotted, 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, and 1,281 hit points of spotting assist. On a free-to-play account, he actually made a loss of 2,899 credits for the game, and that was down to all the damage that he took. He really did take a lot. 25 bonds for a mission achievement, and 2,700 experience points out of that game. So yes, I think you need to stay away from cliff edges in future, just in case. But I can't say how many times he almost fell over and died just by falling off the edge. Yes, very, very exciting, shall we say. So that's General Anonymous's victory. Let's have a look at the second replay. The second replay is on Cliff, and we're on South Spawn, and it's under the command of YouWho of 606. Game on. He's also got 2 marks of excellence on the barrel. And instead of going up to the sniper's nest, he's actually going to play and hit the enemy tanks as they go into the Western Pass. He's being very bold. He's moving forward. Okay, let's see what damage he can do. He's got another Super Hellcat for company. Oh, we did get spotted there. The good news is we've got side-by-side skill working because both of us are together. The bad news is that E25 managed to get in there, and now our SB1C is taking damage. And unfortunately, he's out the game. Yeah, that's not the best place to be at the moment, mate. You're going to get penetrated. I think he just took a load of damage. He's only got half his hit points left. Well, we don't know if we actually hit them, but they definitely saw us. Don't, no, don't pop out. Oh dear. I suppose it's a case of great minds think alike. He thinks that this is the best place to be. He's going to get killed, and then he's going to provide us with a wreck which we can use to shoot over. Try not to get behind him because he's going to retreat as soon as he gets smacked. Well, he's decided to move ahead. Oh, somebody fired back. No, I think that might be the KB3. At that angle, yeah, it hit the tracks, and we've lost the other Hellcat. In fact, it was the EBR who killed him. The EBR's up on the Western Pass, up on the donut. So he's pulling back. I say my preferred firing position would have been nearby that T-25-2, shooting in on what the other Hellcat was spotting. But at least we got the side-by-side working whilst we're near him. And in fact, actually, we've lost it now. That's effectively given the Western Pass to the enemy. He's got very thin armor, Sturmill. Oh, I think he was going to move. It looked like he was, yeah, because he was moving backwards and forwards. He might come out from behind that rock. Yes, because he was actually out. Just can't see him now. Things are not going well for our heavies. They're getting hit from the tanks which are on the donut. The T-29 and the Tiger P are almost out of hit points. The Tiger P is pulling back. The other guys have gone all the way round and they're in the north actually now, but unfortunately we do have a Wizzy 131 right up on top of the hill and he's spotting those guys. And the T-25-2's decided, yeah, he's better off shooting up at those. We do have to stay here, really, to be honest. That Sturmill and the Panther could actually come this way. Well, that's good news. The EBR's gone down to the CS-44 from a long way away. We're going to get spotted by the Wizzy 131. He's lost a lot of hit points now, though. He's been sniped at. I suspect it's the guys in the sniper's nest who've been doing the job. Okay, he's going to use the trees at the back. There's only one Arty on the enemy team. It's an M12. He likes using these as well. I must admit, they are very good cover. Okay, IS first. Yes! That's nice. That's his first kill. Now, can he get that Wizzy? He's demounting. All of our force that went round the cliff have been wiped out. The Govica is acting as the spotter. We're down by 5 at the moment. It's not looking good. Nice. That's kill number 2. And we've lost the Govica. And that means there's only 3 left on our team. We even lost the GW Panther. I think it was counter battery. Oh, that was somebody up on the hill. Okay, Panther. Nice. Now he's going to start zigzagging to avoid fire, or is he? T29, another good shot. A high roll. Take him out. Yes! 3rd kill. That one went underneath him. Now he's a 1 shot. Oh, well, 1 shot if we're lucky. High roll. Hit the tracks at the front, and the T25-2 gets the kill, so we got the damage assist because he was tracked at the time. And there's shells coming in on this spot. Yep, the M12 now, and that one hit the rear because the guy wasn't moving fast. But we're going to start receiving shells from the M12. And now we're all just 2 of us left. The CS-44 is back at the cap area. He's not really being a much of a help. He's behind the house. This is the high point. This is the one where you've got all the advantage. Lovely shot. That's 4. From here you can see quite a wide area. Now it's only 3-1 against us. 3-1. Okay, they're on the move. Oh, we regret that one. We were spotted. Expect the M12 to fire any second. Only got that one through the turret. And the E25 managed to get one round. Hug the rock. The M12 missed. Oh, Sturmill. So annoying. We lost the driver as well. We really do need to get the driver back in. Arty firing again. Well, he went behind us. He still thinks we're in the trees at the back. Only 57 hit points left. This is going to be really tight. He's firing again. Oh, he almost got that right. There's the Story Mill. Got him. That's his Top Gun. And the E25 keeps popping up on the donut. Having a quick look. The CS44, at last he's actually doing something. That Tiger P doesn't want to come out from behind the houses. And the CS44 just spotted their Super Hellcat, and he's all the way over on the Western Pass. He hasn't found the E25 either. We do have binos and a camo net, but oh, if only. He's got the adrenaline rush working, but of course got so little in the way of hit points left. He needs to get the driver back in. The M12 is making a move as well. He's just been proximity spotted by the CS44. Thank you. That's 7. Now, but he does need to move now. He needs to change position because the M12 will realise that he's behind the rock. And the best thing to do would be to go back into the other bush. The M12 is on the move, yes, but he might be able to see where he is. Okay, he's done it. He's gone back into the bush. The M12 is gone. The CS44 got him. I cannot understand why that Super Hellcat's not doing anything. The enemy one, that is. Well, the CS44's finished him off. And that means now there's only one enemy remaining. It's the E25. Now be very careful. Ooh. Yes, after General Anonymous falling off the cliff, I didn't want his game to end, or rather, YouWho's game to end by just making a quick trip. Yes, he's put the driver back in. You realised actually that he'd forgotten to do that. So it's just the E25 left. And I'm wondering if the E25 is going to wait until there's 70 cap points there and start sniping to get a defender. This E25 is leaving it very late. We can do it. We'll cap out just as the clock is about to run out. I wonder if the E25 driver can't get out. He's stuck somewhere. Well, we've done it. We capped out and won. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for YouWho of 606 in the Super Hellcat. He managed to get a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, in fact he got 7, and he got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. He was one short of getting a Radley Walters. If that E25 had shown up, he might have been able to get it. If he'd gone hunting for that E25 and failed to find him, then obviously he would have missed out on capping out, and that would have been very sad indeed. But he did do the right thing. He went to the cap area and he managed to get the end of battle with a cap rather than losing out on not finding the E25 and possibly getting a Radley Walters. He got a win 8 of 3,858, which is Super Unicum standard from that game. Let's have a look at team scores. Well, we can see that the highest damage in that game actually went to the CS44, who was still alive at the end of the game. He got a steel wall and 2920. The second highest damage in the game was the IS, who managed 2,426. And the third highest was the EBR Hotchkiss, who managed 2,250. The E25, no idea where that guy went. Bit of a loser, really. He should have actually engaged at the end of the battle, possibly tried to get a reset, get a defender medal. But we can see that YouWho managed to get 1,977 hit points of damage. He got beaten by 2 members of the enemy team, 3 members of his own team, places him 6th on damage overall. The Tiger P on his team also got a Confederate in that game. When it came to kills, yep, he got that one. 7 kills to YouWho. 4 kills went to the CS44. 3 kills went to the EBR Hotchkiss on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, it was the CS44 who did the best with 1,404. Then we got YouWho with 1,154. And they were the only 2 players who managed to make it over 1,000 base, with 815 going to the T25AT on his team in 3rd. He fired 23 rounds in the game, got 16 direct hits and 11 penetrations. 1,977 hit points, of which 1,716 were at more than 300 meters. So he had 7 rounds left at the end of the game. 4 hits received from the enemy, 3 penetrations, 1 non-penetration, and 1 hit by way of splash damage. Yeah, for a second it looked like he was about to get wiped out. He suffered so much damage so quickly, but he still managed to survive. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 7 killed, just 1 short of getting that Radley's. 547 hit points of damage assistance when he tracked somebody. It was the T29, I think, and then that guy got took out by one of his teammates. He got 32 cap points, which helped to win the game, and he made a loss on a premium account, 16,968 credits, but he did fire a lot of premium rounds, and the premium rounds are expensive. That's why it cost him so much. But he did get 6,404 experience points out of that one, including a reward for completing a mission of 3,462. So, yeah, as he said, sick game, as one of the players said at the end. It really was. It was, oh my God. First it was going one way, then it was going the other. It looked like the enemy did have an advantage, and they were easily going to win it. It was like they were outnumbered, well, I think at one point, 4-1. But they still managed to claw it back until eventually they outnumbered the enemy 2-1. But of course, as you know, the enemy just didn't turn up to the gunfight at the end. So a really good battle in terms of some of his accuracy, some of his shots. Excellent, really good. And he didn't give up or surrender that sniper's nest. Just kept moving about to actually avoid the enemy getting shots on him. But he didn't surrender it because it actually gave him his advantage over the enemy. They knew he was up there. They just couldn't nail him. And consequently, they were scared. And I think that Tiger P sat there for far too long. And he could have moved up whilst we were engaged with the other tanks on the enemy team. That possibly would have allowed him to get at us whilst we were busy. But he didn't. So thank goodness, and at least YouWho won the game. Hope you enjoyed both those replays. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.